for you as a cattle station manager, and we're going to talk about soil. Now, there's fundamentals in soil, and these fundamentals are going to be outlined in this video. Now, there are different soil horizons. The different soil horizons are made up of different layers, and in the different layers there is organic matter at the top. Now, this organic matter will build your soil humus. Now, it takes 500 years to make 1 inch of soil humus in nature. If you want to build soil humus in any landscape right across Australia, then your organic matter needs to be improved. You need to increase your organic matter on a scale that will allow you to build your soil humus at a fast rate. So by increasing your organic matter, you need beneficial bacteria and beneficial fungi to break this organic matter down. And not only that, you're going to require to have 7 million worms per hectare of land. Now, having 7 million worms per hectare, you're going to have the most fertile soils in the world, but in fact you need to start to feed them. The best way to feed naturally 7 million worms is to have a lot of biomass below the soil surface. So, increase your organic matter is key. Number 2, oversow with tubers and root vegetables and anything that has a tube that builds organic matter. Now, these tubers are going to be seed coating free, so it's going to be a uncoated seed. You want this because uncoated seeds are the way to go, because a lot of coated seeds have anti-fungi properties. Now, this is really bad for the simple fact that you wipe out your good fungi and you wipe out your bad fungi. You are better off increasing your good fungi to remove the bad fungi. So basically, in soil, an area where it's struggling to grow and you've got bad fungi, there are certain species of good fungi that are missing. Now, if you drop on over to earthlifeglobal.com.au, we have a Myco 15 and 4 other pages in regards to different beneficial fungi. You can purchase this on the Earth Life Global website, and you can apply that to non-coated seeds. Now, if you're struggling to find non-coated seeds, then Earth Life Global can help you with multiple suppliers right across Australia. We're affiliated with uncoated seed manufacturers right across Australia. Now, when you get your uncoated seeds, you would apply a liquid seed kickstarter, and then you can apply your Myco 15. By applying this to the seed, it will connect with the seed. When it's broadcast out into the field, it increases your beneficial fungi and beneficial bacteria. Then what you want to do is basically start to grow more organic matter. So only chew out 50%. If you're a cattle station manager in Australia, this is key, this is vital. And for you as a cattle station manager, you need to understand the fundamentals of soil. Now, soil are simply dirt. What is the difference between dirt and soil? Dirt is the absence of beneficial fungi and beneficial bacteria. That's the only difference between dirt and soil. Now, really good high quality soil, you would have organic matter in there as well. So increase your organic matter, increase your beneficial fungi and bacteria, increase your soils to replace the organic matter below the soil. So tubers, like we've mentioned, are very good. And then tubers will feed your worm count. So you want higher worm counts, increase your tubers. Increase your tubers to support millions of worms. This will be the final aspect of growing soil. If you want to turn your soils back around, grow tubers. Grow daikon radish. Tillage radish is your daikon radish anyway. Carrots, beetroots. There is thousands of tubers that you can grow in your soil. And not only that, you can harvest 10% of it and consume that and leave the rest for the worms. The worms will start to multiply and you'll get healthier soils. You only got to do this a couple of seasons in a row, and then all of a sudden you'll start to be able to grow really abundant pastures. Why? Because your worm count is going to increase on a very, very high productivity and yield rate. Your yielding within your soil profile in organic matter is what you want to focus on. And not only that, when those tubers start to rot down, the worms actually eat the rotten part of the food and they transform that into worm castings. So starting off very small and then increasing your tubers every single year, and then absolutely, if you're a cattle station manager in Australia, you want to increase different species of organic matter. Starting off on the fundamentals, which are tubers, then increase your biodiversity in your pasture seeds, but every year increase your tuber count rate. So you would first apply 1 kilo to the square metre of tubers. Then you would increase that to 2 kilos to the square metre, or 3, or 5, or 10. And then building that up right across your field, let it be 1,000,000 acres, or 50 acres, or 100 acres. This will start to build your ability for worms to grow. And then the worms will become super, super active in your soils, which does another good thing. It will hold moisture, aerate the soil, reduce the issues with your compaction, increase the fertility, build soil humus, capture 100% of any bit of moisture that hits the ground, let it be a little bit or a lot. So these are the fundamental facts of growing soil humus. So in the earlier part of the video, we were talking about the layers. Now, the organic matter, then your soil humus, then your topsoil, and then your subsoil. So basically, when you're growing your tubers, you're going to be growing your tubers into probably your topsoil or even your subsoil. You might have to start from scratch when all your humus has disappeared and your topsoil has disappeared and all that there is subsoil. That's okay. Increase your tubers. It will crack up and break up your subsoil, and it will start to redevelop your soil humus. It will also aerate your soils as well. If you've got any questions and you're a cattle station manager in Australia, drop down to the comments section below and ask us a simple question about what it is that you need to understand about soil. We're more than happy to answer your questions here in this video. So that's number one, is building your organic matter to feed 7 million worms a hectare. Number two is build your fungi and bacteria. Number three is increase your organic matter. And number four is cover your soils. So cover crops is a good option. Otherwise, hay or straw, covering your fields with hay and straw is another really good option through different seasons. Then you can pick that hay and then bale it back up and then store it for another couple of seasons, and then take that back out and spread it back out into your field again. So you can use it like a blanket. Otherwise, you can chop and drop with a sickle mower. Don't use a slasher. Slashers are no good because you want a flail mower. Can't pronounce that correctly, but it basically mulches up or chops and drops the whole plant. So it cuts it once and the whole plant falls over onto the ground. Or you want something that will mulch it up where there's no ground bare whatsoever. This will allow your worms to stay active because worms do not like the sun. Microbes do not like the sun, and fungi don't like the sun or the UV rays. So the number 5 is making sure that you mulch your surface so you protect your microbes, fungi and bacteria and your worms. So that's it for Cattle Station Managers Australia video. If you'd like more information, drop on over to earthloveglobal.com.au. We have more information in regards to different products and services that we offer. We also do events and workshops online and in person. We help local rural communities right across Australia to return their economy and restore their soil's fertility effectively and efficiently. And it's very quick. Very, very, very quick. So jump on board. If you like this video, share on social media. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe to our channel. We're always doing new videos each season. Thank you again. We'll be back next week with another live video in regards to soil.